Hey guys, welcome to Killscreen Gaming. Today we're taking a look at Forza Horizon 2, the demo of course. The game's not quite out yet, but we get an opportunity to take a look at the actual gameplay right now, and I'm so excited. Today I've got with me Kevin.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Cool, and for those that don't know, I'm Ryan. So Kevin, Forza Horizon 2.
Super pumped.
Oh, me too.
Can't wait to play. I've got the controller in my hand and I'm just itching to hit the buttons here.
Well, before you do that, we are both huge fans of the franchise. I think we've played probably, all of them, I think.
I skipped probably the first two.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a die-hard Project Gotham fan and couldn't give it up.
Well, this game will probably be a little bit more close to what Project Gotham gave you as far as the arcade. I mean, I love Forza Motorsport for its crazy simulation and incredible driving physics. Also, it's just so beautiful. I mean, look at this game. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But yeah, anyway, that's enough talking. Let's just play this damn thing. I can't wait.
Yeah, like they've got all the good cars, so let's get started.
So this is the first time we've loaded up.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
I can't. I'm just shaking. I'm so happy, so excited.
Open your eyes. Listen closely to the sound of my voice. With every word and every number, you move faster and faster. On the count of 10, you will be in Horizon. I say, 1. Your pulse begins to quicken. 2. Your friends rattle in the back seat. 3. You're moving faster and faster, the ocean roaring beside you. 4. Your thoughts begin to wash away in a cloud of wind and dust. 5. Colored lights flurry in the distance. 6. The lights shudder. Everything lost in a thin blue haze. 7. You hurtle faster and faster into infinity. 8. The crowd thunders. 9. You cross into a larger, more colorful world. On the count of 10, everything you've ever known fades away. You will be in Horizon. I say... 10.
I'm just so jazzed up after that video. I can't believe they took a fucking Stingray into a field like that.
Yeah, they're just doing donuts in the farmer's field.
These guys are crazy. Oh.
Well, they're really... That's what you can do in the game, so...
Yeah. I'm surprised they did it in real life just to record it like that. So it looks like they're gonna just throw us right into a race. That's typical Forza style though. That's not uncommon.
Forza 5 started you off with the P1, right?
Yeah, exactly. Although I bet you they're gonna put us in a Huracan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's likely the case.
When you reach the road, you can put your foot down. We'll head inland and rendezvous at the festival tonight.
Heartthrob.
LaFerrari, Koenigsegg, Jura. You got everything.
So many beautiful cars.
LFA.
An LFA too. It's like a
But you wouldn't want to
so
be last to
good.
arrive, would you?
LaFerrari's also a stunning
I just
vehicle.
want to thank all
God,
of
they're
you
all
for
beautiful.
getting
I don't know what I'm
across
talking
the
about.
horizon.
It's ridiculous.
Believe me, it's just a taste.
What's your
of
most
it.
anticipated car in the
This.
game?
In this one, I think it's a Huracan for me. Honestly, you and I have talked about this before because we're obviously car people. Oh, you're right into it. But
Oh, whoops.
the
That is not the camera button.
you're really good at this game. Yeah, I mean, you and I have talked about this a lot in the past. I love the Huracan. I mean,
Oh, not bad.
I'm a huge Lamborghini fan, like anybody who cares about cars. But I think with every year, over and over again, the new version that they come out with, like the new Lamborghini that comes out every iteration, always ends up being my favorite. Like I was in love with the Aventador with the last I don't know if I call them generations or whatever, but now the release of the Huracan has just started to hit the streets literally right around this time.
Yeah, they're just taking delivery of them in the States right now. Oh my God, there's actually traffic in this race. Wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of people starting to take delivery of their new Huracans, but yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I liked the Gallardo, obviously, the small body. I was a huge fan, but like I said, the Aventador's body, like just the shape and the paneling and the curves and the edges. And I think I need a moment. But anyway, the Huracan is all those things that I loved about the Aventador, but in a smaller, more nimble form that I liked about the Gallardo, and I think that's what I'm like, yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's a pretty epic car, I gotta say. Like, I've been playing this for 30 seconds now, and it handles really, really well. Considering how bad I'm playing, I can still say that like it's handling well. I'm just not really focusing as much as I normally would be. First run, and I'm also used to manual. That's one complaint I've always had with Forza is you get launched into this first race, but you don't get to choose any settings before you have to play it.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's no option. You can't pause it to change the settings to do that. Your very first race is just automatic, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I can understand why most people that would be fine, but for somebody who's like really into the racing games and has been playing them for a long time, and that's really what Forza's crowd is. It doesn't make any sense to me why you have to get thrown into it on like a standard.
Yeah,
but minor crap.
It's very minor. It's the very first race, but I get it. It's true. I'm the same way. It confused me when I fired up Forza 5 last year, and I couldn't change any of the settings right in the first race. But.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would be doing better if I could drop down a gear every once in a while. Oh, that was interesting. The racing line just cuts off the road.
Interesting.
And Aventador. Oh my God. Yeah, so...
That was a good save.
That was. So for me, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Veneno is in this game. I know it's download content for 5. Which I haven't actually downloaded yet. I've been meaning to get around to it, but I think it's in this game by default. And if it is, that's the car that I'm waiting for. For all the same reasons that you just listed the Huracan, except for that the Veneno is just like the ultimate that has ever come out of the factory. It's more powerful than the Aventador. It's lighter. It's made of all of the most advanced carbon fiber technologies out there. It's got ridiculous downforce. It's like LM car level downforce. I just can't wait to play it. Like, I've seen some videos of people playing with it on Forza 5, and like the thing it's like it's on rails. Like it's glued to the road.
That's crazy.
So I can't wait to try it.
That's really crazy. God, this game is just beautiful.
Yeah, the detail level is pretty immaculate. Here we are in the
festival, Horizon Festival.
And the race at the festival, and you get all the best cars.
This was a long time in the making, but it's totally.
So one thing I like about this Horizon 2 compared to the original Horizon, in the first Horizon you had the same style intro race where you had to race to get to the Horizon, or sorry, to the Horizon Festival. But you were racing in sort of just like everyman sort of podunk car, like you were. Yeah, I can't even remember what you were in, but it wasn't like a supercar. You didn't get thrown into like what it's going to be like to experience. And obviously, we're probably going to start this game, and we're not going to start it in a Huracan, I would imagine.
Probably not.
In the demo, probably.
I don't see any basic cars.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, there's 200 and something odd cars, 220 or 215 cars in the game.
That's a lot of cars.
Right from the get-go.
Okay, here's your basic cars.
Okay.
Well, I guess not basic, but
so you did me a favor. Now
considering what we just played,
you're going to need a car to
get
through the Horizon heats. Take your pick from one of these.
So what? Evo RS3.
RS3 Sportback.
Cool.
Ooh. Or
Really?
what? This is like a souped up Land Rover or something?
Yeah, it totally is. It is
Okay.
for sure a Land Rover. I bet you that's because, oh, look at those detail lines in the body of that bowler.
Yeah, that's
It's got a
definitely
body
got
kit.
some.
That's cool.
It's not just a body kit. That looks like all new panels.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay,
I bet you
well,
that's there because of the big focus on off-road.
Evo 10.
Go Audi.
Yeah, I think the RS3's got to do it. Select car.
Excellent choice. A man
betcha
after
it
my
is.
own heart.
All right. So one thing I'm seeing here is that I obviously I
Okay,
won't know until
this
2
is a
weeks from
super
now,
hot
but
hatch championship. These
I
little hatches
expect
always
that the
give us some
demo is just
exciting
the start of
races.
the game.
And with
It
you behind
seems
the wheel,
to open
I'm
up
sure
like
this will be
the
no
game
exception.
would.
Choose
You're
an
not
event to start the
jumped into
championship.
anything like high end right away. This is obviously where the game would start. So
It definitely seems that way.
yeah,
So you get free reign. That's where you are right now.
yeah.
The festival.
Okay, so there's here, there's here.
It's a fairly large map. I'd imagine the parts that are sort of shadowed out right now are probably just that they're not wanting you to experience everything before the final game comes out. I bet.
Yeah, this is probably just limitations of the demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we might as well just start at the closer
Alright.
one.
Sure.
I'll
Let's
see
do
you
it up.
there.
So unlike the Motorsport series, for those maybe, I mean, if you didn't get a chance to play the first Horizon, which was on the 360 a couple years ago, in Horizon, it is a fully open world all the time. You drive where you want to go. It's maybe a little bit more like a Need for Speed, where the Need for Speed games have been this way for a couple years now. But yeah, you just get free reign to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And
It's actually, it's a lot like, what's the game called? Burnout.
yes,
Burnout Paradise. In fact, it's made by the same developer.
I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. The people who now work on the Horizon games, they have a great pedigree. They come from, like, all the developers come from the studio that did Burnout and also the Test Drive franchise as well. Those guys from that developer merged in with
That
the
makes
two.
a lot of sense
Yeah.
because the Test Drive, the last Test Drive games were very much like a kind of an early
Mm-hmm.
Horizon style.
Yeah, and there's also, actually, now that I think about it too, there are some people from Codemasters doing, like, the Call McRae Rally that are in that studio as well these days too. So it's a studio made of people who have been making racing games for their entire career.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing for sure, and that's evident based on what we're looking at right now.
Well, yeah, their track record speaks for itself.
Yep.
To sign up for an event, you just
That
need
wasn't
to drive
nearly
up to
as far of a
Barker
drive as I was
and
expecting.
confirm you want
No,
to
it really wasn't. The map looked bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, X to event.
I love that grill. It's so gaudy, but I love it. It's giant
So-
chrome.
Monstrous and menacing.
It just hits you in the face.
It looks like it's gonna swallow everything.
Alright, so you're jumping in at the deep end. Your
Okay,
first
now we can
championship
finally
race
change
and
some
also our
settings here.
first cross-country event of the summer.
Or not.
You're probably gonna
This
wait
is
for the
a
guy to
brand new
finish
event at
talking.
Horizon. You'll be taking on all kinds of terrain, so keep your eyes on the next checkpoint and focus.
There we go.
Alright.
Several assists are turned on by default. You can earn higher payouts by disabling them, but this will make it harder to control your car.
Are you sure you're prepared for that, Kevin?
Highly skilled. Traction control on, yeah.
So while you go through some of these options here, there's another thing that, actually two really cool things about this game that I know I'm super excited about. The very first and probably most prominent thing that I'm excited about is, for the first time ever in the franchise, when I said earlier open world, I literally mean anything you can see, you can drive on. You can go off track, you can cut through vineyards, you can go in the dirt, you can climb up mountains, you can go anywhere. where in the original Horizon, it was open world in the sense that you could drive on any road anywhere and go wherever you wanted to go, but you were restricted to the roads. There were fences everywhere. You couldn't go off track.
Yeah.
And you can see the very first thing this game
There you
sends
go,
you through
boom.
is
It's
a
like
field.
a cornfield.
Yeah, so
But it seems like, I mean, they've said it's open world, but it just forced me into a cornfield. So it is still somewhat linear. Like it's not like you get to choose where the racetrack goes and make your own shortcut.
fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you still have the checkpoints you have to go through. There's obviously that. I wonder, and I guess we won't really know this until the final game is released at the end of the month, but I wonder if there are modes where it's just like rally style point A to point B and you get there how you get there.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's kind of how they
That's a building.
planned it, or they had promoted it at E3 and at other events that they talked about the game. That's sort of how it seemed like. I had my reservations in how it was going to actually play out. This is more like what I thought. It's
You
still
should shift.
open. Oh yeah, good call. It's still open, but it's not. Like, obviously they need some sort of racetrack. And that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. It is kind of cool going through fences and stuff.
I watched you go through that fence and I'm thinking, like, my initial thought is, wow, they are really force feeding this drive anywhere, though. It's like
That's true.
the only thing you've done in the very first race is just see nothing except for plants.
Yeah, just destruction.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun in itself.
That's
but
cool, yeah.
at the other end of it, though, the physics of that are just bonkers. Like,
Yeah.
you would never be able to drive through a field like this at this kind of pace. Your car would slow down so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm going 1,000,000 miles an hour right now.
Well, you probably are. That's the fun of it, though. Like, this Horizon is a driver's game. It is not a racer's game. Like, it's not a simulation game by
sure.
any stretch. It's,
Yeah, it's very much an arcade.
Yeah, you're just there to just enjoy
Oh my
the
god,
experience.
12. I didn't even have any idea
to be
what kind
honest,
of position I
it's
was
gonna
in.
be
That's
tough to win
terrible.
from here.
12th out of 12.
You might wanna
Ooh, hey, you got
retry
1 point,
this
though.
I got 7
You
seconds
gotta-
behind the next guy.
Yeesh. Pick it up, buddy.
Yeah.
Your car's so dirty, too. Ugh. That's rad.
So it turns out it's a lot harder to drive and chat about the game than I expected it to be.
Well, I don't think anyone here is expecting you to be amazing, except for me. I hold you at the highest. You have failed me.
I hold myself at the highest. I failed myself. I should have at least got
The best way
6th
to
place.
compare your
Oh, your
skills
car's so
with your
busted up,
friends
too.
and everyone else at the festival.
Well, yeah, I was plowing through.
Somehow your headlights are still mint, though.
New rival. Yeah, bring it.
Who's your rival?
I don't know, Sophie something.
Awesome. So the other thing that I mentioned that I'm super stoked about is obviously the introduction of drivatar. Drivatar was really cool in Forza 5. It was new for Forza 5, so if you hadn't actually played Forza 5, the simplest way to explain drivatar is that it is an extremely advanced AI that learns how you, as the player, play the game. So if you have a habit of crashing into your fellow racers, if you cut corners really close or you take them really wide, if
Brake
you brake,
late.
yeah, brake late, brake early, that kind of stuff, it remembers those sort of racing style elements about each player. And then the game creates an avatar, or drivatar they called it, for you that continues to play while you are not there. Now the really cool thing about the way that they're doing it in Horizon is your drivatar will be there when you're not playing for your friends and stuff to play with, but it'll also just explore the world. Like, I'll be playing and I'll see Kevin's drivatar driving through a field. Things like you can use it to help you learn where some of the secrets in the game are. So one of the things the original Horizon had, which this one does too, is barnyard
house.
barn finds. So there's
Barn finds.
yeah, there's random barns just riddled around the world. You can go and find a super awesome, rare classic car.
Yeah.
And apparently,
That comes from Burnout.
yeah, that's true. And apparently, with drivatar, if I find a barn, my drivatar will eventually go back to that barn. So someone else, one of my friends, can, if they see my drivatar driving around into like a random place, they can actually follow my drivatar and it will guide them to a new secret or unlockable or that kind of thing. So I think that's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is just bonkers. I'm doing 200 miles an hour. Oh my god! I finally hit an obstacle that actually slowed me down a little.
So this one looks like is this just like a time trial? I don't
No, I've got one rival that I'm trying to beat.
Oh, right.
And she just passed me when I crashed into that barrel.
Oh, dear God.
And I flipped my car tremendously. That is awesome. Okay, so this is one of the features that is not specific to Forza, but I believe Forza pioneered it.
Yeah, the first time I had ever seen it. Not that I've played every racing game ever made, but definitely the first time I ever saw it was in a Forza game for sure.
Yeah, so it's a rewind feature. So if you really screw up, like I just did there again, you just back up and try again. And all you got to do is hit Y, and it just backs you up a certain distance.
Yep.
You can hit it again and again and again. I'm not sure what the limitation is. I know I've done it at least 4 times in a row.
Yeah, I don't know if it has like a limit as to how many times you can do it. But what I do know is there is obviously a penalty.
Yeah.
Every time you hit that button, it does deduct a little bit off your like experience points and the money you gain for completing the race.
Yeah, and here's another thing that most people probably don't realize. Every time you back up, not only are you giving yourself a chance, you're also giving the AI a chance to recalculate.
True.
You'll notice that the AI racers will not repeat what they had just done right before you rewind it. They will correct whatever mistake they made. So if he brake too late, he's going to brake at the right time.
Yep.
And all sorts of different stuff. So that's another penalty. It works really well, so it's nice to be able to do that in case, like you saw, where I flipped. There's really no other option except to rewind or you screw your race. Mm-hmm. But you will also penalize yourself in that your opponent just got a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. It is really a cool feature, though.
Yeah, it's handy.
I use it all the time.
Another rival. Okay, let's bring it. So this is interesting. This is not what... I don't think I've ever seen this happen before, having 2 rivals after one race. In past games, especially in Burnout, for example, I didn't play as much Forza Horizon, so I can't comment as much about that. But basically, you develop a rival that you had to kind of beat their times on. But usually it would happen after a series of races. And then you'd get one rival and then you'd move on. It's kind of like a boss race almost. This is the second one after the first race.
Yeah, I know in the first Forza Horizon, you had an opportunity to get a rival after every race, but it was only ever one rival. Like the seeing 2 back-to-back is new.
Yeah.
And maybe that might actually be just a kind of a thing that they've got in Forza Horizon 2. I guess we don't really know, but it could be that you could just get endless rivals. Who knows? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess maybe if you win, you get another rival or something?
Yeah, it could be.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not sure if I won the last race.
You did, yeah.
Okay.
You managed, you pulled it out at the end.
Oh my god.
Where the hell are you going?
Spinning everywhere.
Well, you're not winning this one anymore.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not done yet. But yeah, so I guess I should comment on how the game's playing.
Yeah.
So,
maybe we should talk about the game.
No, it's a lot of fun. It's very, very arcade. You slide around like crazy. Like I'm going through like 4-foot thick like cornfields, and I'm just like
at 152 miles an hour,
drifting like I'm on an ice race,
or 152 kilometers. I guess.
So it's pretty cool though. I like it.
Yeah.
There is a difference between the grass, the gravel, and the concrete terrain.
Even grass and gravel feels different.
Oh yeah. Handling is totally different on each piece of terrain. So that's pretty neat. It's definitely unrealistically different still. Like, I'm just sliding like ridiculously, just big long drifts, but it's a blast. Like, don't get me wrong there.
I loved the first Forza for that too. Like, you know, Forza Motorsport is known to have, these days anyway, is known to have the best racing physics of any game currently on the market. It may have a challenger coming very soon with Project Cars, but...
Oh, I think it does. Actually, it's got 2 challengers. For console, only one. Project Cars is going to be a rival, but Assetto Corsa is also going to give it a run for its money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's known to have an incredible physics engine backing it. Always has, ever since the very first Forza. And that's why I attached. So, like, I was a Gran Turismo guy on PlayStation until the first Forza came out, and I just immediately gravitated toward the Forza franchise once I had an opportunity to play the first one and see just how much of a leap ahead of whatever GT it was that was out at that time. I think it was GT3.
Yeah, it was definitely way better.
Yeah.
It was almost to the point, though, that it was so much a simulation that it was hard to get into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
you
fair.
had to have that mentality. You basically the crowd that played Gran Turismo would be interested in the original Forzas.
Yeah.
They've come to a point where it's still very hardcore for the simulator fan, but it's now a lot more casual for somebody to just kind of jump in.
Yeah, so let's go and take a look at another race.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't win that one, and I don't really want to do the same course again for the fourth time.
Yeah,
so
well, and that rival was
try
the same
something
person as well, too.
Yeah,
It was
well,
just-
because I lost.
You've
more or
done
less a
really
retry.
well. You just need to win this next race, and the championship is yours.
Ooh,
right.
championship. Let's do it.
Let's give her. Okay, I just selected it.
Oh, well, you have to drive to it. You got to exit your map.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you forgot how the game works already.
Turn around when it is
Actually,
safe
now
to
I'm
do
just
so.
thinking about this. As I was watching you update that map, I remembered one of, and again, this was maybe more marketing than cool usefulness. I loved it personally, but in the original Forza, not Forza, the original Forza Horizon, you could actually use smart glass as well as Connect to control the game.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, I liked it personally. You could use Connect to set your waypoints for your GPS.
Oh god.
That looked painful.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Save it, save it. You can do it. Come on, come on. There you go.
All the way down to first gear, but I did save it.
And you lose it all.
And then
Oh, it looks like that's actually the racers.
yeah, it could be.
Turn right.
Actually, those are some of my friends.
Oh, there you go. So
Yeah,
we got
those
some
are-
drivatars.
Those are actually some drivatars. And actually, that's true. The drivatar thing I should comment as well. Just because we're seeing these people right now doesn't actually mean that they have played the Horizon demo. What both Turn 10 and forgive me, I can't remember the name of the company that actually made this game. Oh, that's awful. Anyway, the developer has actually said that the drivatars in the game right now have actually been playing in the world for the past several months. They've been using live drivatar data from Forza 5, and they input that knowledge, that early knowledge of your driving style into this game months ago already. And so your drivatar has actually been exploring this world even while they were still in the middle of developing the game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. So you will, right from the get-go, the day you launch this game for the very first time at the end of the month, you will load in and experience a world that is full of your friends already, which I think is a fantastic way to do it.
Yeah.
It's really cool because you just, anybody who played Forza 5, even if they're not playing Horizon, you're going to get to experience their driving style in this game as well,
Right.
which is cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I just noticed over top of our talking here, I didn't know this before, there's actually a audio GPS.
Yeah.
It's telling you where to turn and stuff.
Yeah, I had heard is that girl's voice?
Yeah.
Back with you and
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And so I'm noticing right now as well, and I guess this kind of makes sense, but I'm actually, as I'm doing this, I'm looking through Smart Glass to see if there is a companion app, and there isn't one yet. And that could be, yeah, I mean, that could be a variety of things. That could be that, well, for one, maybe there isn't actually going to be Smart Glass integration. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't, but it also could be that it's just because it's the demo and the game isn't officially out yet. So they may not have the Smart Glass app ready to go. Thinking about it, I haven't heard whether or not they're going to include Smart Glass. I haven't read anything about it, something that they're going to include. But I did like the implementation for the last Horizon, where you could use Smart Glass to control your GPS as well. So you could I had my tablet open on the side, and I'd be just racing, and then I would reach over and click up an area on the map and set my waypoint, or someone who's...
I was just thinking that would be a perfect implementation for a game like this. Ooh, here we finally get some weather So this is a new feature for Forza. Dynamic weather. They did not have this in actually. I was going to say I can't say for sure whether any of them had it or not. But certainly the first time on Xbox One.
Yeah, I can confirm that they have never had actual dynamic weather in any of the Forzas before this.
Yeah, so this is pretty exciting.
Sunny day.
I was kind of hoping that they would do it as DLC for Forza 5, because I mean this is a pretty cool game in itself and what it is, but it's not the same type of game.
Right.
And weather, I mean, it's certainly affecting my driving right now. I'm sliding a lot more than I was even in the grass. It's weird. You don't have as much braking ability and kind of drifts off unexpectedly. I mean, expected for rain weather, but like it's actually doing its job.
Yep.
So that's cool. And I like the effect of the wipers. I don't know if you guys noticed that before I just said that, but there's the little streak at the edge of the wipers,
and it actually distorts the your vision if you can see. I don't know how well it's going to appear on our upload, but the looking at it on our television here, you can actually see that it's distorting the picture through that line, which is really neat. Yeah, and another thing, like the weather. You're right. This is obviously an arcade-focused game. The physics are a little different. A little more forgiving.
Yeah, they've polished it a little
Motorsport.
bit in the arcade direction.
So having this kind of weather effect in the Motorsport franchise, or half of the franchise, would be, that would be really cool actually.
Yeah,
doing like Nürburgring in the snow.
Exactly that. Yeah, Nürburgring in the rain or the snow, or just like at night. It would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did do that down the road. And maybe they won't. Maybe they'll save that for Forza 6, but
I'm thinking at this point they will.
Yeah.
They've already added a lot of free DLC for Forza. They're giving it a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
They've been pretty good about it, but I think that's probably going to be a trick they're going to hold off for next year.
That would make sense. I guess this is becoming an annualized franchise now.
I expect that it will, now that they have the two different franchises within the same name.
Yeah. Ever since Forza 4, it's been annualized. They did 4, and a year later they did their first Horizon.
Yeah.
And then last year, which was 1 year later, was 5. And then now we're doing Horizon 2. So next fall, we'll probably see Motorsport 6.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do that. Why not, really? There's always new cars that come out. Not so much necessarily new tracks, but I mean, technology progresses, and
God knows there's always going to be people like me and you that'll be more than happy to spend $60 on another awesome racing game every year.
Like it's crazy this year. Like I've been pretty spoiled in that the last few years there's only been a handful of racing games come out at any given time, so I don't have to blow the bank. But this year, oh my god.
This fall
between now and Christmas, I have 5 games that I'm buying that are all racing games.
Yeah, this fall is just stupid. I think I figured it out, and there's like 10 games at least. There's 2 to 3 games a month for the rest of this year, and we're already in September. So it's insane, just how many games there are coming out this fall. But if you think like racing games, obviously, for anybody that owns a PS4, you want to look at Drive Club as a good option. Xbox owners, absolutely, you want to take a look at Forza. In my opinion, Forza is probably going to be the best experience for sort of individual play. I don't yet know what their online will look like. I've read a little bit about it, and it sounds pretty cool. They're really embracing the open world experience. But then when you think about actual open world racing games, you've got like The Crew is a huge one.
That's going to be something interesting.
Yeah.
It's somewhat similar to what they're doing with Forza Horizon here, but on a even bigger scale, it seems. But there's a lot more total customization in that. Whereas here you can tune your car, but in that game you can turn a regular car into an off-roading car.
Right.
And in fact, it looks like you're going to have to. So that's interesting. but that's going to be like a whole new level of arcade game. I think even more so than this. This is kind of a casual racer, but in like a goofy yet sort of serious way, whereas it looks like the crew's going to take it to like new comical levels.
All right,
Yeah.
well done.
I beat him,
Whenever you beat your
yay!
rival,
That was a
we'll bring in
really
new
sudden
rival for
and
you to
abrupt
target.
end
It
to
sure
that
was.
race.
I thought something happened.
Yeah.
It broke the game or
I
whatever.
totally thought like it had like crashed or something. It was weird. Sort of jarring. It takes you out of the experience a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm loving this game. One of the
It's
other
awesome.
one sort of last thing that I would say about kind of physics, also a little bit motorsport related. The original Forza Horizon, it focused very heavily on the arcade style racing. They took a lot of that customization out of the game. You didn't have the ability to really go into in-depth adjustments of the suspension and like tune your braking. They took out all the ability to do like adjusted gear ratios and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting.
That
I
was
didn't
on the
know
last
that.
Forza though. In this one, you have every ounce of customization that existed in Motorsport 5. So people who played that game that spent a lot of time tuning their cars to get the exact feel out of them that they wanted, you'll be happy to know that you can do that in this game. It may feel a little bit differently just based on the fact that the game is more arcadey and more floaty, but you do get that level of customization where you can really go in, and if you're wanting to build a drift car, you can tune your transmission and gear ratios to be exactly what you need in order to have max power all the time. That looked painful.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Whoops. What did I just do?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
you canceled.
So I hit B, so you can cancel your rewind if you go too far or something like that.
That seems new. I don't think you could do that in Motorsport 5.
No, you for sure could.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know you could for sure. Before that game, I'm not sure, but 5 you can.
You're going to go back a little bit more because you just repeated the
It
same
just-
thing 4
yeah,
times?
It didn't let me adjust. I was too close to the tree.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoever
Come
you're
on.
racing against loves his drifts.
No kidding, yeah. It was, it helped me out though, because I wouldn't have passed him if he didn't do that. Oh crap.
Just like he wouldn't have passed you if you
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Shh.
Yeah.
It would help if I go to 3rd gear.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna beat this guy. Looking like I'm not.
You still got a bit of track left. You can do it. You're gaining on him. He's only 180 meters away. Oh, that's because it's a corner. Oh, actually, that was the corner that was 180 meters away.
Yeah, I'd already passed him.
Well, I'm observant. It's good that I'm paying attention. Being able to talk about what we're going, like what's going on and everything.
Yeah. So, back to kind of how the game plays a little bit. When you go off track into the grass, in the regular Forza game, it would kind of like really pull you hard. This one, you can sort of mildly feel it, but it's almost like it's not really affecting you. Oh shit.
I'd like to point out that you hit the same tree again on this lap.
I sure did. Again.
That's okay. You can recover.
Oh god.
Oh, you're just going to do it anyway?
Yeah, that was terrible. I misshifted after that.
And you slowed down so much.
So bad. Okay, let's try
You're going
this.
to try it? Oh, shit.
That was terrible. Alright, screw it. I've already rewinded like 6 times.
Yeah, you're not getting any points.
No.
Actually, it's really the penalty is really not that bad. I think it's like 1% every time you hit it. So you could technically hit it 100 times, assuming the game allows you to use it that many times. But you could technically hit it 100 times before you got no points and no experience and no money.
Well, no one wants that.
Yeah. Well, if you're hitting it 100 times, you probably should just restart it,
No, if you hit it 100 times, you should probably just drop your difficulty down a little.
or just never play again.
Well, that's not nice.
Yeah, you didn't win.
Yeah, I totally did win.
Oh wait, you're still going.
What? How many laps?
It's
is there?
infinite. You're on lap 3 of infinite. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. All you need to do is set a better time than him, then you choose when to kill the race.
Really?
Yeah, I remember there was a mode like this in the old one. All you have to do is get a better time than him.
Okay, well, then let me focus for a second and get a better time.
Well, you focus and I'll talk. It's, you know what I'm noticing as you drive in and out of this guy's ghost, your screen like wigs out. It's really kind of weird.
It is a little distracting.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
It like goes all like blurry and funky.
I missed the tree.
Oh my god, you successfully did a lap without hitting that damn tree. Kind of looks like the Evo was a better choice for car. Mind you, this thing is all-wheel drive as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. All three options were all-wheel drive.
Yeah, but the other one was an SUV.
Sort of, yeah.
I don't even know who this person is either. It's totally random.
I still didn't set a better time. That's terrible. Okay, this is my last attempt.
Give it one more try.
Yeah.
You were going really fast. I'm just looking at your speed right now, like...
Yeah, it's very unrealistic fast.
Like 160 kilometers on this two-lane road in the rain seems like a really not smart thing to do.
That's that's asking for death.
Yeah.
In bad ways.
Well, and you're peaking over 180. Like there, you're doing 191 right now, so...
That's why I keep climbing into that tree.
Yeah. Well, you successfully missed it again, and this guy's been behind you the entire lap, so this might be the money.
Yeah, this is like, I've been on the line the whole time. This is like the best lap I've had.
Yeah, what happened?
I focused.
It's almost like you gave the controller to someone else. He didn't actually, I'm not playing. He's also probably better at this game than I am.
Damn right I am.
That sounds like a challenge. We might have to have a throwdown when the official game comes out.
I think we're gonna have to.
We'll do another Let's Play where we're... There you go.
Yes! Not only did I beat him with a commanding lead. Finally.
Rival.
I could beat that. Like, look at the time.
What was yours again? 109 something?
109 change. I think I already did beat it.
Yeah, I guess you did, because it says your target is, like your target in yellow, I think would show you the amount you would need to improve by if you... And it's 3,000 credits?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it up. Let's do it.
Bring it! I love how they cut that. That's the option. Like, no thanks or bring it.
I also like the way they do the, like, get ready.
Yeah, it's the whole game is just fun.
Yeah.
They do everything to make it more entertaining for you.
Whew. Person just shot past you.
Holy shit, did he ever.
Whew.
That was a wild drift.
Going off the track a little bit there, buddy.
Yeah. So that's one thing I noticed is the turn in on these cars is like unreasonably fast sometimes. Yeah. It's just like you're not ready for that. You expect it to slide a little bit, and then it just like it all of a sudden hooks, and you just go. So I have noticed I've cut some corners a lot tighter than I expected to.
That's probably just experience, though, as you get used to
sure.
the cars, and like every car is going to feel different too. So you're going to always be screwing that up all the time.
Yeah, and every game, like, regardless of if it's the same franchise or not, they always have a slightly different feel.
For sure. Well, because it's different physics engines.
Yeah.
It's all being built new.
This one was not all new. They did port over the Forza 5 physics engine.
Of course,
they
yeah.
just
I guess I was meaning
softened it out
more
a little
like
bit.
franchise to franchise is more what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Okay,
So I thought
here
you
we
could
go.
beat this person. What the hell's going on?
Well, come on. He had a flying running start here.
Yeah, you did also do 112 without a running start. So I think you got this. It's one hell of a drift.
I don't know if I got this one.
Maybe not.
Might need one more lap here. I kind of screwed up that last corner.
I think I can give you another lap. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. For anybody who ever watched Celebrity Deathmatch back in the day.
Oh, that was a fun show.
I love that show. Good old claymation. I also am a big fan of the music in in Horizon
Yeah,
specifically.
they've had a really good track record for the soundtrack. Like Horizon especially, but any of the Forza games were usually pretty good.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I like the Horizon one. It's cool. I mean, the game, the premise of the game is a music festival. So obviously they're going to spend some time on the soundtrack. They're going to make sure that the music is entertaining. I like it that there are radio stations.
Did you know that it's been DJ'd by a actual radio DJ?
Yeah, I did hear that. It's really cool. They put a lot of focus on it, making sure that it's immersive. And another thing that I think is really cool about it, and I obviously don't know if they're going to do this in Forza 2, but I would imagine that they would, because it was a big piece of the of Horizon 1. But the DJs would call out things that are happening in the game, in the world, kind of like the way GTA does, where the radio hosts in Grand Theft Auto will react to the things you've done. In Horizon, they do that as well. So if a barn find is available suddenly, or if there's rumors that there's a barn find near where you are, the radio DJ will sort of drop hints and like, oh, there might be a vehicle in this area you can find, kind of stuff. So things like that.
Tell you what direction to head.
Yeah, things like that are pretty cool.
I expect that it's going to be the same thing because it's actually the exact same DJ.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's a UK DJ. He's one of the most famous DJs in the United Kingdom. And Turn 10 approached him for Horizon 1, and he loved the idea. And so I can't remember who did the interview with him, but one of the video game publications recently talked to him, and he interviewed him about the second game, and he said absolutely he was doing the second game.
That's cool.
He was super pumped about the first one. He's hoping to be able to do this again in the future. And
awesome.
It was the first time he had ever done anything outside of radio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so that was, I thought so too. I thought it was pretty neat that he did that, and that they actually got a real DJ to do it. It makes sense. I mean, that's where you're listening to radio most often for most people, is when you're driving in your car, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know about you, but I never turn on a radio unless I'm actually in my car.
Yeah, same.
It's either streaming music or downloaded music or something like that. So, yeah, it just makes sense to extend that to the video game.
Yeah, and I'm all for it too, because like I said, that the way that they set it up and just the atmosphere that it created, it was a big thing for me in the first game. It was one of the things that really helped me sort of get into the game, and it might seem weird to talk about like immersing myself in this universe when it's really, at the end of the day, it's just a racing game. Usually that kind of stuff would be like for like an adventure sort of narrative driven game, but it was just another little piece that really just sort of brought me into the world of what it would be like to truly be driving like a Ferrari LaFerrari at 300 kilometers an hour around like European countryside, which is like a wet dream that I will never be able to experience, but that's obviously what video games are best at.
Yeah.
Giving us experiences that we may not be able to get in the real world. It's cool.
It's all about.
Yeah. So when are you
Forza
going to beat
seems
this
to be
guy?
it. Oh, I was so close. Why'd you have to open your mouth?
Because I had to screw with you. What fun would it be if I didn't get to poke fun?
Oh, come on. I'm
you
so
can,
close.
You can
come
do it.
on.
Come on. There's no drafting on this ghost.
Oh, God. Okay, this is the one. I'm going to shut off for a minute.
All right. You focus on your racetrack. Whoa. That glitchy ghost driving thing is just wigging me out every time it happens. Screen just goes super blurry and just like blah.
You know what? It might be noticeable while you're watching, but while I'm driving, now I'm not noticing it as much.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you're more focused on the corners and stuff, whereas I'm just taking in, like, I'm just basking in the beauty that is this world. It's just so gorgeous.
Yeah, like, I noticed the wipers at first, but even now, like, I can see that they're there, but it's just a secondary thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man, the attention to detail is just, it's almost undescribable in some ways. Just these minor little things, like the reflections in the road from the headlights, and just like the raindrops on their window, and little particle effects when you go through the grass. There's just so many little details that make up so much of the visual experience in a game like this, and they just nail every bit of it. I don't know about you, but I say if you don't get it this lap, we're gonna go and do something.
I agree.
Something else.
Yeah, this will be it.
So this has to be it then.
It will be it.
No pressure, of course.
Prick.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. So I will say one thing, we've been playing for a little while. I don't actually know how long, but I can already tell like your comfort behind the controller has improved quite a bit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It takes a little while, like half an hour of play, and you can usually get the mechanics pretty down. And I started talking and I get past.
Yep.
Crap. Okay, well that's the end. So
We'll just
back to world map.
let's move on to. Oh, you got a new race. Interesting.
All right.
Let's go. I guess you have to. What is there? Like a quit button you can hit? Oh, you can do finish rivals.
What does that say? Finish rivals.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, that looks pretty.
Sure does. So if I remember correctly, what that little announcer guy said was once you finish that last race, you'd get, I think, an award or something. I think it was like the end of your cup.
Some sort of championship.
Yeah.
Ooh, level 4.
Oh, almost level 5.
Wow.
So close.
No.
Nah. We'll get you later, Panacea.
Yeah.
Or whatever that was.
Horizon Basic.
You know what's crazy? That little thing we just looked
Alright.
at was actually
Before we head to
in-game.
Nice, I have something a little
Yep.
special for you.
It's just
Meet me here as
crazy.
soon as you can.
Oh, this looks like a plane race.
Planes?
Hell yeah! In Horizon 1, you got to race planes.
Oh, I didn't play enough of Horizon. Wow.
Yeah, you could.
All right, let's do this up. This is going to be awesome.
This is going to be exciting. Oh god, you're
Jeez.
killing civilians.
What a jerk.
I'm gonna blame you for that, actually.
400 meters.
Poor unsuspecting, like
No, it's 100% that guy's fault.
maybe like Italian or just like other Southern European guy trying to drive.
Don't you know before you turn left, you got to look the wrong way down the road beside you?
Is that a thing?
That's got to be a thing.
It might be a thing.
Like, see, I'm going to be speeding past you, so
Yeah.
you should be looking before you turn.
You know what? I'm gonna side with you. You have a sound argument. I wonder if there are any barns in this demo. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Oh god.
Holy crap.
Turn left.
Some people in looked like an Aventador. I think that front car. I
I'm not sure.
didn't
There's
catch what
something
that other
cool.
one was though. Yeah, just taking out signs and shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how I roll. You know, I just noticed, like, the wipers are still going, so it's raining a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap.
Guy doesn't care who's in front of him.
No, that guy's a jerk.
You have arrived.
Alright, I made
at
it.
your destination.
Enter event. No, you just left
Just
the event
passed
zone.
it.
You're awful.
Oh, I didn't think I needed to brake.
You don't actually. You just have to hit the event, like the whatever
The event button.
view button or whatever they call it.
Got it. Il Tricolore. Beat the display. Alright.
So I'm wondering, actually thinking about it.
So this is a hurricane.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay, my friend.
This gets exciting.
but their turning circle is a lot wider than yours.
So I'm
this
wondering,
should
I was
be a
just
close
kind of thinking
race.
about it. I wonder if the progress we're making in the demo, since we're pretty sure this is the early stage of the game, I wonder if this progress carries over into the final game when it releases later this month.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
I kind of hope it does. Seems like they'd be able to do that pretty easily.
Am I signed in as me or am I signed in as you?
You're currently me.
Yeah, there you go.
So I will find out,
Enjoy your level 4.
and I will enjoy my level 4. Man, those jets are cool. So you're back in a Huracan.
Yeah, so this is pretty wild. This car is like nuts fast.
Yeah, and it looks like you've got... Ooh. This is cool. I think I know where you are.
What do you mean you think you know where
I am reasonably sure that I have seen this section of road on Top Gear.
I am? Maybe.
I'm totally not kidding.
Actually, I think this is Monaco.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is Monaco.
I didn't pay attention to where I was going
Yeah.
before the race started, but yeah, oh yeah, this is for sure Monaco.
Yep. I wonder if they have the actual, like, sectioned off Indy track that they turn Monaco into.
Well, this is part of it.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder if there's actually, like, a circuit, like, instead of an open world style, like, I wonder if there's actually a mode where it actually closes it off and becomes a circuit with all the barriers put up and stuff like you have in real life, in that real world place.
Man, I want to take a Zonda through that just to hear the noise.
Oh, that tunnel? Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton did that a couple weeks ago with his Zonda.
That's crazy. I don't know who that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the McLaren F1 driver last year.
Oh! Okay, then I do know how that is. I just
Yeah.
didn't know his name.
He's got a purple Zonda 760 RS.
Wow.
It is pretty impressive. It's got purple in the carbon weave and everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You better pick it up, boy.
No kidding, I'm gonna lose.
Those jets are ahead of you by...
I just occurred to me, this is like straight up a Top Gear style race.
Oh, yeah.
I'm racing a plane.
Yep. Totally is. Can you do it? Oh, you did it!
Oh yeah!
Pull it off on the very last checkpoint.
Pretty spectacular stuff, huh?
Oh, jeez.
I never thought
By
you'd be-
3/100ths of a second.
Wow. And no change.
That's crazy.
That's a pretty slick looking car.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Needs to be green.
I'd take it in yellow. I'd probably take it in orange, though.
Needs to be green. Verde same.
Yeah, one of our other hosts, Elise, would agree with you, I think. Lime green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tim, I'm not going to be driving, but the guys that will are the best we have at the festival.
Damn
Come
right
on,
we
the
are.
finale's going to be the event of the summer. All right, that's terrific.
Ooh,
That is a
LFA.
chrome LFA.
I thought it was shiny
We're just about to
when
cruise
we
down
saw
to
before. And I
Nice.
was like, was that chrome? Was that silver? I didn't
All right,
know, but
we're about to do the second leg of
it's
the road trip. You
chrome.
ready?
No, there's
We
a
are going
GTR in the
to La
background.
Bella Nice, the beautiful city. Come on, let's go.
I'm assuming that's your car. Oh, so he's going to drive an Aventador, and you're going to get left in your RS3.
That would be fantastic.
That's totally going to happen. Yeah, there you
Oh,
are.
totally. Yeah.
Like I said, you should really join us for
Oh,
the
I
second
think
leg
we've
of
reached
this
the end of the
road
demo.
trip.
That is the
Imagine
end.
You, that car,
So I can
all
now
your friends
purchase
headed
the
down to
game.
Nice.
Cool.
I've already done that.
Oh, there's a
so-
day one. Yeah, the day one edition. All right. Well, I think this has been a really good preview of the game.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm just like, oh, I can't even wait.
Yeah, 14 days and it's going to be like
I don't even know what I'm
party
going to do
on.
with myself. I'm going to probably play this demo for every waking minute for the rest of the time that like there is between now and when it comes out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
probably.
eat or shower. Screw work.
I recommend you do at least one of those.
Not both?
Well, no, that was 3 things.
Oh. Maybe I should continue working, because if I don't work, then I won't be able to buy it at the end of the month.
Yeah, save it until you've got the game.
Okay.
Then you're good.
Cool.
I personally have the first off, so I'm going to be playing all day when it comes out.
Oh. So, I'm jealous. I might have to do that.
Yeah.
I may have to do that.
I think it's a good idea.
All right, well, Thanks, guys, for tuning in to our Let's Play of Forza Horizon 2, the demo.
Thanks.
And, of course, don't forget to take a look at some of the other content we've got up on Killscreen. We're, again, like we said, there's tons of games coming out for the rest of this year. We are going to have lots of coverage of all the big titles, also some smaller stuff. I mean, we're not going to forget the indies, obviously. So make sure you guys come and take a look at some of the other content we're going to have up for the rest of the year. See you again soon. Don't forget you can like us on facebook.com/theksgn, follow us on Twitter @theksgn, or visit our website, killscreengaming.com. And of course, don't forget to click that big shiny red subscribe button. Come on, you know you want it.